Nothing hits the spot like a bowl of spicy, beefy, and crispy bowl of noodles. And when you're in Bangkok, these are the best places to feast.
So it's so good. I'm at a loss for words.
I'm bringing you to 4 of Bangkok's best street food noodle spots. Some famous and some hidden gems that even locals don't know about. So grab a meal and sit down because you don't want to miss this. เอาก๋วยเตี๋ยวต้มยำข้นจากหมูเส้นบะหมี่ครับ
So this place might be a true hidden gem. There's barely any tourists here, and even amongst the locals, it's not really that well known, but I think it's one of the best places for noodles in Bangkok. This is a shop that specializes in Tom Yum noodle soups, but a very special and unique kind. And they use like an ancient historical recipe. And on top of that, literally on top, you have like they pile on mountains of toppings. So there's like minced pork and this thing called crackling, sort of like pork rinds, but with the fat and a bit of the meat attached. These looks absolutely spectacular. Yeah, that hits the spot, man. That was really good. I've been craving these noodles for so long, man. It's sour. I love my Tom Yum noodles, like very sour. It's a little bit spicy, but those egg noodles, they're a bit firm, they're quite thin, but man, they hit the spot. Gotta try it out, their namesake. That's very crunchy. And the pieces of fat in there, yeah, it's really tender, really melty. That's great. The amount of pork they give me, it's crazy. You saw that they piled on the pork, yeah. The only Tom Yum place that I know of that just piles on their toppings.
What makes a great bowl of Tom Yum noodles? Well, it all starts with the noodles themselves. My chosen egg noodles are blanched in a flavorful pork broth along with bean sprouts to enhance their flavors. Next, the noodles are coated in spoonfuls of seasoning oil to give them a bit more umami. Then at this shop in particular, a mountain of juicy minced pork is piled on top. Then, a blend of chilies, peanuts, fish sauce, and limes are combined with the soup stock to be poured all over. And for the finale, the namesake of this restaurant, the pork rinds, make their crackling entrance. The resulting bowl of Tom Yum noodles is the most beautiful and mouth-watering I've ever seen. And as a gluttonous man myself, I very much appreciate the portion size.
I just want to get a spoonful of all the minced pork, all the crackling. And the minced pork is packed with chilies, it's mixed in with the small baby shrimp. It's not just like regular ground minced pork, this is like well seasoned, well spiced. That's delicious. A lot of protein in this one. And with Tom Yum, I usually prefer mine very sour, right? And the soup here, was perfect for me, man. Very sour, a little bit spicy, a little bit sweet, ew. And there's a poster on the wall. I just read here. The reason it's sour is because they squeeze their own limes, like 100% fresh, no added preservatives, no nothing. It's just pure lime flavor, squeezed fresh every day. So that is great. Yeah, you really taste the sourness of the lime. Actually, I'm gonna add a bit more chilies to this. We have a nice bowl of chilies there. And get the chilies all mixed up. That's so good. It's just so packed full of flavor, man. The pork, the crackling, the bean sprouts add a little bit of a nice crunchiness. The added chilies that I added in there, a lot more spiciness. Those tiny little shrimps that give it a little bit of saltiness. There's just so much flavor, so much things going on in this one bowl of noodles. All the right flavors, all the right comforting flavors. Out here in the middle of the street, on the roadside restaurant. It's like traffic outside, all the loud noises. This is the vibe right here. And these noodles, man, these egg noodles, even though they're thin and they're a bit soft because they've been sitting in the broth for a while, they do a great job of holding on to all the spices. There's like chilies in there, just clinging on the tiny shrimp, the bean sprouts, all little bits of minced pork that cling on. It's great, man. Getting to that part of the meal when all the noodles are gone and all you're left with is the spices, the toppings that congregate at the bottom. That's the best part. A spoonful of minced pork, bean sprouts, chilies. Gonna be the top move. After all this time just sitting in the broth, it's still very crispy. คิดนั่นครับ
100 1 บาท อร่อยไหม
อร่อยมากครับ
กันหน้าเลยว่ามัน
ขอบคุณครับเนี่ยครับขอบคุณครับ
This is what I love about Bangkok. Sure, there are popular tourist-packed places like Tong Smith, which do amazing Wagyu beef boat noodles, by the way. Check out my video on that if you haven't already. But the best places to eat are often just small street-side stalls that don't get much attention. And these Tom Yum Noodles are a fine example of that. Before we continue, I just want to say if you're enjoying the video, how about giving it a like? And if you want to support me, then I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. Alright, let's get back to the video.
Sorry. Okay. Anything you recommend?
So if you like the coffee, sweet and creamy, I would like to recommend this one.
The nutty dirty.
It's really nice.
Okay, I'll try the nutty dirty.
Okay,
That sounds interesting.
yes, good choice.
Any pastry you recommend? Like cake
So
or
you like what kind of flavor you want?
the lemon tart looks interesting.
Lemon flavor sour. It's good.
Sour, yeah.
Yeah, just organize and we will write it again.
Okay, yeah. Lemon tart, please.
Okay.
Do you sell coffee beans here? By any
Yeah,
chance?
we have it.
Oh, okay. I think I'll try the Ethiopia beans.
Okay.
Where are you from, by the way?
I'm from Burma.
Burma. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay,
very
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, guys, you know me. I have to have a coffee. I'm a pretty avid coffee drinker. I drink like 2-3 cups a day. So, yeah, gotta have my first coffee of the day. What's special about this cafe is that it's sort of like a aquarium as well as a cafe. So you see there's like a bunch of fish tanks around with, live fish. It's very aesthetic. I ordered a nutty dirty, so it's like a dirty coffee with a shot of espresso on top. At the bottom is cold milk, I believe. That's some good coffee. It's very rich, it's very creamy, it's delicious. There's no bitterness at all. I think the cold milk actually balances out the bitterness from the espresso shot. First of all, you get like a nice contrast of the warm espresso on top. And then as you sip, the coldness of the milk kind of creeps in your mouth. It combines and balances out the flavor. So from the bitter espresso, you get like a nice, almost chocolatey, very nutty tasting shot of espresso. It's a good dirty coffee. I also got a cake on the side. It's a lemon tart meringue. At the bottom is like a pie crust, I believe, and then like a layer of like a lemon sort of custard tart. On top is the meringue, toasted to perfection. That's tasty. The meringue is like very, very fluffy. It's toasted a bit on top, and you get like a nice sort of caramelized flavor. The lemon tart itself is very smooth, actually. Good creamy. Not too sour, not too overpowering. That's nice. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of tartness. But the pie crust on the bottom, it's a bit more cakey than actual like crumbly cracker crust. It's alright. I prefer a more cracker-like crust, but it's okay. This place is very famous, actually. Very famous not only locally, but probably worldwide. You might see it a lot on social media. It's the restaurant with like the big pot of boiling beef broth soup. This restaurant called Watana Pene, and their main signature is this like stewing pot of beef that's been stewing for I think maybe 50 years now. It's not like that for 50 years, of course. They keep the soup base at a separate container at the end of the day where they clean it up, and the next day they use that same soup base to start a new broth. Despite this being like a very popular restaurant, this is actually my first time here. I've been living in Bangkok my whole life basically, but my first time here. I just want to try the soup by itself first. So, cheers. That is good. You can kind of taste the history of the broth. Man, that's actually very rich. Yeah, it's a beefy broth. It's very concentrated in flavor. What I like about it is it's kind of oily. It's very smooth when you slurp it down. And you can kind of see the texture of the broth itself is a lot of like beef fat, beef collagen in here. Yeah, that goes down really smooth. It is a little bit salty, plenty of beefy flavor, but man, that is actually really good concentrated beef broth. I'm gonna try the senmi noodles now. These are like the thinner, very delicate angel hair rice noodles, and they capture onto the broth really well. That's pretty good. It's pretty firm, and yeah, it captures onto that oily beef stock, beef broth. That's nice. I really want to try some of the braised beef here. You can see they loaded on top a bunch of assorted like beef toppings. So there's a nice piece of beef tendon right here. There is chunks of braised beef. There's beef slices. And of course, you gotta have the beef meatballs, man. With any noodle soup in Thailand, you gotta have some sort of meatball. Here's the beef meatball. Let me find a good chunk. This one right here. This one's like almost falling apart. That's nice. That's so tender, and there's a little bit of a fat on there, and that's really good actually. I didn't have a lot of expectations for Watanabe since it's a very like famous, very hype and very hype restaurant, but man, that's actually pretty good. It's tender, it's beefy, it's a little bit fatty, like salty from the concentrate of the beef stock. That's good. Please excuse my sweatiness. I made the mistake of walking here. Usually I prefer to walk anywhere I can, but today is especially hot. I'm literally like drenched in my own sweat, so I apologize for that. By the way, this is longan juice. I already drank some because I was dehydrated, but yeah, it is really tasty. But longan juice comes with some pieces of longan as well. That's pretty nice. I'm gonna try the meatball. These are pretty big beef meatballs, I presume. Very strong. It's very peppery. It's very beefy. It's very bouncy. You can kind of feel the individual, like chopped up pieces of beef in there. There is some fat, globs of fat minced in as well. Yeah, a lot of flavor in that. That is nice. Here's a nice piece of the sliced beef here. That's tender as well. I gotta try a piece of the tendon. This looks incredible. Wow. Yeah, so good. It's chewy, it's slippery. It's not like biting onto fat, it's more like collagen. It's a bit more firm and a bit more chewable than fat. Man, that is nice. A bit of the braised beef here. That is so good. I'm at a loss for words. There's a lot of history within the walls of Watanabe. Along the walls there are posters, there are framed pictures of not only, the Michelin star or the Michelin guide, but also like awards from local events, newspaper articles, I guess like certificates of deliciousness. This is a very beloved place in Bangkok for noodles. If you do manage to come to Thailand, if you do manage to come to Bangkok, you gotta come to Watanabe. It's a legendary place in terms of Thai noodle soups within Bangkok. This place, Bami Konsali, it's a very legendary street food noodle spot in Bangkok, especially in Thongla, this area. I would actually call it like an institution because it's been here for so long. And I remember eating here since I was like a little kid in high school. They're known for three things. One of them being their namesake, which is the bami egg noodles. The second one being the mo crop, the crispy pork belly. They have like really good mo crop here. And the third one is their signature, the Chinese style fried rice, the khao pad. These are their signature egg noodles. I just want to go for the crispy pork belly first because it's just right there. A lot of fat, like a nice layer of fat there, a nice layer of pork, and that crispy skin. Man, it looks so good. That's so good. The skin is like so crackling, crispy. The fat, it's like literally sort of like gelatinous, but almost melts in your mouth. And the meat, it's a bit dry, the meat, but it's so much packed full of like a salty, porky flavor. That's really nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the namesake, the bami egg noodles. I think these are like maybe slightly coated in a bit of like a garlic oil for that bit more flavor. That's nice. They're very thin for egg noodles, but they're almost very springy even. But yeah, you do get like a nice oily film of the garlic in there. I'm gonna go for the shrimp wontons now. These look nice. They're quite small for wontons, so, to be honest. Okay, they're a bit bland, but the shrimp in there, it's really nice and bouncy. I got the dry version, and they do give you like a bit of soup on the side to rehydrate the noodles. I taste some of the soup. Yeah, it's comforting. It spiced up my noodles a bit. We added some, it's sort of like a sweet soy sauce with bits of chilies in it, and also the dried chili flakes. So we're just gonna give it a mix for the noodles here. That's looking nice. That's really good. I've been eating here for like well over 10 years now, since I was in high school. Back then, it was just like a one floor street food stall. Over the years, they've expanded. This is the second floor that we're on. In addition to that, they also expanded to multiple branches throughout the city. Okay, so this is also another one of their specialties, Chinese style fried rice. We ordered the Chinese sausage with Chinese barbecued pork version. That's really nice. You can taste the individual grains of rice. It's smoky, it's a little bit oily, pretty mild in flavor. You can only get a taste of like a bit of pepperiness and a bit of the wok hei. It's really sweet from the Chinese pork and Chinese sausage. It's really hearty too, it's like a hearty fried rice.
Whether it's fried rice, noodles, or even the crunchy, crispy pork belly, Bami Khonsali is definitely one of the best places in Bangkok to get a bowl of egg noodles. And you owe it to yourself to come here whenever you're in Thailand. This final place I'm bringing you to is one that specializes in the most tender and juicy duck noodles.
Basically all the menu is based around duck. They have like stewed duck legs, duck meat, and they have this thing where it's very special. I've never seen it before. It's like a duck wonton. Really interested to try it out.
An order of duck noodle soup starts with a serving of blanched egg noodles. Then a hearty helping of the most succulent braised duck leg is portioned out. For those who opted, a few plump duck meat dumplings are loaded in. And next, an additional helping of braised duck meat is added along with some special seasoning and a little sprinkle of the all-important MSG. Finally, the broth is laid out on top, the rich and flavorful waterfall cascading down and filling the crevices of the egg noodle lattice. This is one fine duck noodle soup.
I'm just gonna try the broth first. And this broth looks very nice, very oily, very rich as well. It's very good. A little bit salty actually. Really nice spice. So like Chinese 5 spice, I believe. I want to try a piece of this duck leg. This is like humongous. Just a whole duck leg here. I'm just gonna bite it, okay? It's very tender. It's very meaty. It's fatty. It's juicy. It's so tender. Wow! And you get that flavor of the braising liquid as well. That's really good. I'm gonna go for the noodles now. And these are like a similar egg noodles as the last place. Pretty soft egg noodles. I want to try their duck wontons. These are, I've never seen duck wontons before, so these are pretty interesting. They're basically like your regular wontons, but inside it's filled with duck meat instead of the usual pork or shrimp. Oh, that was really good. It's like minced duck meat. Oh, that's so tender. That's so fatty. That's so good. Wow. That's really good. As with all noodle places so far, we added in some spices, mainly vinegar, chili vinegar, and also the dried chilies. So we're gonna mix it up, and then I'm gonna give it a taste. Yeah, a lot more spicy, a little bit more sour as well. But man, I really enjoy this huge duck leg. Look at that succulent, like a succulent piece of duck meat with the fat. That is incredible. The duck skin literally just melts, just disintegrates in your mouth. We also have a piece of coagulated duck blood. A lot of people might be afraid of eating duck blood, but you should give it a try. It's not really that strong in iron flavor. It's actually pretty mild in flavor. Tastes like a meaty jello, sort of, but not too pungent in flavor. Yeah, that duck meat though. That duck meat is really nice.
If you enjoyed this video or it has inspired your next food and travel adventure, then I really appreciate if you give it a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, feel free to share it with someone planning an upcoming holiday. And if you want more detailed travel guides and food recommendations, visit my food and travel blog at feastographyblog.com. Link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in next week's food and travel adventure. Bye bye!